been there. And I know I'm going to have more pitfalls in life because that's life. Life's full of pitfalls. But Jade here from the Rawsome Truth. Today I'm going to do something I haven't ever done before on my channel, but it's something that I may start to do, is answering questions that I get given by people on my social media. I receive a lot of Facebook messages, I receive a lot of questions, and I think a great way to get my answers out to people, because I tend to get the same questions a lot of times, is just to read the question out and answer it and put it on my YouTube channel so that anybody else who is wanting to know these answers can know also. Today I posted a rather large post on my personal Facebook page. I have a large Facebook page. I have a lot of, I guess you call them friends, followers, whatever, on my page. And I also posted this on Instagram. I was asked a question, however, on Instagram. I'm going to read it to you. I don't have that good a memory that I can remember everything that I wrote this morning. So I've got my phone here and I'm going to read it out. Sometimes you have to crumble to find the real you. The first photo was taken just before my world crumbled. This is how I lived my life in a world of perfection. Just the jacket alone I'm wearing in the first picture was $300. How friggin' ridiculous. Expensive haircuts, makeup, clothing, excessive exercise, extreme calorie restriction, and caffeine galore to give me energy. I was always stressed, always in a hurry, agitated and anxious. I prided myself as the pin-up girl for health, yet I was fighting a million demons, and this was my mask. How the mighty fall. I hit rock bottom a few years back, and I was at the point I could no longer function. I locked myself in the house and fell into a deep pit of depression. My teenage son was heavily off the rails, and it had taken its toll on every part of my body. Through the grace of God, we got through this as the strong, supportive family that we are. But it changed my whole perspective on life. Not only did I clear my own personal inner baggage, but I changed the way I saw things within my own life. The biggest thing that changed for me was the way I viewed possessions. I realised nothing else mattered to me but my health and the love of my family and my own personal life experiences. I let go of everything. I own very little now, and I'm okay with that. I no longer get expensive haircuts and colours in my hair, or cake my skin with makeup. I don't wear it. Or worry whether my clothing has a designer label. I have no home, no place to call my own. I have a suitcase of belongings and a laptop and an iPhone. My communication with the world, and that is now me. Most people are shocked with my hippie nomad life, but I know this. Most people spend their whole lives searching for freedom and inner peace. They live discontented lives and they don't know why. They then spend more money on another possession which never fulfills them. When I shed my skin and released every ounce of inner pain, I knew it was time to live my life and let go of worthless, meaningless possessions and said hello to the real me. I am enough. Love life and live free. So I had quite a few comments. It was a very popular post. I put myself out there every single day. I share a lot of my life on social media. Some people may think I'm a little bit crazy with how much I share, but for me, I find it very empowering. I find it empowering because it's almost like I get it out there. But the greatest thing for me is if my life, good or bad, can make a difference to somebody else's life, I'm extremely blessed. But to answer the question, how? How? I don't know. I even shed a tear today when I read this post to my partner, when I read what I wrote, and he said to me, "Why are you crying?" And why am I crying? And I'm not going to cry today. Why am I crying? Because when I think about how broken I was with everything we went through with my son, and I kid you not, I can't think of a worse time, and I've been through a lot in my life, but I can't think of a worse time than that. When your child is so out of control, and it's not like when they're 5 years old, when you can put them in the corner, you can, you're not getting this, or you take a toy away from them and then you kiss them on the head and make everything better. I couldn't fix my son. And it was a dreadful time. It nearly destroyed my family. It nearly destroyed me. Every part of me. I had a nervous breakdown. It was so bad. And I am a very, very strong, resilient person. So I'm not going to go into how bad it was, but it was bad enough to break me. It was just a dreadful time of my life. And I look back, and when someone says to me, "How did you get through it?" I don't know. I don't know. But time heals all wounds. And somehow I managed to get myself out of the pit. And I can remember one night, I hadn't slept in nights. I was always waiting for a knock at the door that my son was dead or he was in jail or something. I couldn't sleep. And I hadn't slept in a couple of nights, and I probably put some crazy stuff on social media because I'd just be on there, whatever, because I was just wide awake. I'd listen to YouTube videos, I'd chat to people all over the world on social media, whatever, just because my head was going a million miles an hour. And the thing is, the Smiths they can't keep up. None of us can keep up. We live in such a consumerist society, and I never realised until all this happened, and it was just the worst time in my life, and all I wanted was my family to be functioning and my son to be well. And that's when I realised nothing else in life mattered but my family, my own mental health, and my own life experiences. My own life experiences, good and bad, have brought me to where I am today. So, good, bad and ugly, I hold on to them. I share them in hope that I can help somebody else realise that life's full of second chances. Tomorrow's always another day, and eventually the sun does shine. Whether we believe it or not, but I've been through a lot of crap in my life, and I've got through a lot, and I've overcome a lot. Hence, I call myself an overcomer. If you check out my Instagram, you'll see overcomer. I call myself an overcomer because I am. And why do I think that I could all of a sudden get rid of everything? Because I wanted to be free. My life for the last, I can't remember, I didn't have, God bless my mother's soul, my mum was a beautiful mother, but I didn't have the best childhood. I come from a middle class family. I had private school education. I never went without anything, ever. Never went without a meal, never went without anything. I lived a white privilege lifestyle, if that could be called. I can't remember a night or a day in my life when my parents never fought. My childhood probably wasn't the best. My hair fell out when I was 7 through stress. I think I've just been through so much in my life, and I'm not going to go into that, but I can remember screaming out, I just want peace in my life. And for me, I kept just saying, I just don't want anything anymore. And I had a lot. Like, I was surrounded by stuff because I just buy stuff, like Band-Aid fixing, that's what I call it. I buy stuff. And I didn't want it anymore. I just said, oh my God, my life, I just want peace. And when we got my son on the rails, and when I knew that my daughter had decided to move out of home, that was her choice. I would still be back home in Adelaide, South Australia now, if my children were living at home with me. But they made their choices, and that's okay. It's okay. I love my kids. I've got a beautiful relationship with both my children. But I made the decision. I had my son at 18. I made the decision, it's my time. I've been living my life. I've always been someone's daughter. I've always been someone's mother. I've always been, somebody else's. I just wanted to be me. I wanted to know who I was. And I'd shed it on my skin. That's what I call it. I shed my skin. I fear nothing. I fear nothing. And most people never do anything they want in their life because they live on fear. They're scared they're not going to have a home. They're scared they're not going to have money. They're scared, whatever you're scared of. It's fear. Scared of the unknown. I wasn't scared of the unknown. I've been to hell and back. I've danced in the devil's playground. I've been to hell. I've been taken back there again. I don't live in fear. I just wake up every morning now, especially now, when I made the decision to take off. I just said, that's it. I just want to be free. And it's such an empowering thing to say, I'm free. I've been in Thailand for 5 months, and I will be leaving Thailand in 6 weeks for good. And it's great to know that I can pack up anytime, anywhere, and be wherever I choose. It's a wonderful feeling. And I know my life isn't for everyone. If I looked at my life where I am now, 20 years ago, I'd say, you're kidding me. All I wanted was a white picket fence life. I never got my white picket fence life. But I know there ain't any such thing as a white picket fence life. No one's life's ever going to be perfect. But when we're young and impressionable and delusional, we don't realise that. I often smile when I hear, 20-year-olds and 21-year-olds wanting to give me advice and saying, oh, yes, but if you do it this way and that, okay, you've got a lot of life to learn yet, and you're going to have a lot of pitfalls on the road. I know. I've been there. And I know I'm going to have more pitfalls in life because that's life. Life's full of pitfalls. But life's full of great things too. So for me, it was just, I knew it was time. How did I do it? I just got rid of everything. I sold what I could. I ran out of time. I booked flights. I gave stuff away. I didn't care in the finish. The day I was leaving, I was still dropping stuff at charity bins. I was like, oh my God. I handed back the keys because I'd got rid of my home and everything about 4 or 5 months prior to going, and I'd been staying somewhere else. Handed back the keys, walked to the train station with my partner, took a photo, and it was like the most likes I've ever got on my Facebook post. I put it up and said, I'm out of here. No, I'm free. And it was the most free feeling I've ever felt in my life. And for someone like me who's lived with chains wrapped around me my whole life and always cared about what everyone else thought, and what a load of crap. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Seriously. All that matters It's you and people you love. Who cares about, making sure your shirt's neatly pressed because you've got to impress someone who doesn't give two hoots about you? Who cares to make sure, I've heard people, I can't believe people are growing vegetables in their front yard. It just doesn't look nice. Look at my beautiful garden. Who cares? Seriously, there's so much more going on in life. I let go of everything when I realised none of it mattered. It's all a load of crap. The only thing that matters to me is feeling free, and I am free. And that's how I did it. In a nutshell, I've cut it down, and I'm sorry this is a little bit long, but for those who are interested, I know you'll watch it. That's how I did it. And if you're sitting there thinking my life sucks, just don't live in fear. Do what you want to do. Be what you want to be. Love life and live free. That's it. That's how I did it. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below. Give us a like. And be you, because you are enough. Bye for now.